Okay, hey guys, this is going to be the second installment of my Diva fish frog deck, whatever you want to call it. I've made a couple changes to the main deck and the side deck. Side deck is still a work in progress, so take that with a grain of salt. But the main deck, um, the main change that I made was I included Dupe Frog in the first build. I purposely didn't include it because like my past experience with fish OTK has been that like you just draw too many frogs and they are just kind of useless. And then you can thin the deck out, but then when you pot of avarice them back, it's like you just draw frogs. But this deck is a little bit different because you have divas, so you can put back the divas, and you're more likely to have synchros in your grave and draw better cards. Someone recommended I put it in. I'm like, yeah, that probably makes sense. That's probably the right way to play this deck. And it also works well with Mermaid Archer, which, if you don't know its effect, you can equip a level 3 or lower monster to it. And if it would be destroyed, you can destroy that monster instead. So Dupe Frog's effect will trigger. So I was like, okay, Mermaid Archer is low-key pretty good then. So I bumped it up to 2. And then the last change I made was added Aqua Spirit just as an additional extender. And then you can also make level 5 with Fishborg, which is pretty good because you can't really use Fishborg with too much else. You can use it with Oystermeister, but that's level 4, which is kind of shit. And then you can also use it with Deep Sea King, but that's the ideal play, right? So you make 5 with it, and then you can also make level 9 with it with Deep Sea Diva. So that's why you have a Mistworm in the deck. And then I also lowered the trap count a little bit so you could avoid drawing too many of them or drawing them dead. Okay, so let's jump right into the replay. The replay is against Gladiator Beasts. This is going to be a pretty quick video if I remember correctly. So first game, I'm going first. I set up Treeborn the Grave, said Dupe Frog feels pretty good, but then he's playing Glads, and you know what that means. That means that they have access to Ready Ari. There we go. So instantly removes a Treeborn turn 1, which blows. And then they also have War Chariot, which really hurts for Diva and Deep Sea King. Okay, and now he's just gonna get free attacks in here. Yeah, this is Glad's is kind of a hard matchup for a frog based deck. So he pops the back row and he summons pops back row and summons Murmillo, and he's gonna have access to Ready Aria again. I'm gonna try to go for a Diva play again. Let's see what he has here. Okay, so I equip the Mermaid Archer instead of making a Synchro to play around Bottomless. He shrinks, but then I could just use its effect to save it, which is kind of nice. He's going to bring out Ready Ari, banish again. Main phase 2, I'm just going to thin my deck out a little bit and try to go for a Pot of Avarice play. Yeah, but this is not looking super good. He kind of has control of the game right now. Moray of Greed to dig a little bit deeper. Okay, Gores is not a bad draw here, though. So he attacks me, and he decides to attack with the Ready R before the Murmillo, which is good because I can drop Gores in attack mode, and he can't bring out Murmillo again. So that was fortunate that he attacked in that order. But he does make a Gyzaris, which pops both Gores and the Gores token. I'm not even trying to make a Deep Sea King play there because I have no card to discard. I'm just trying to attack over it, but he has the compulse, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going first. He opens up D-Fissure, which is really tricky for me. Why did I, let's see here. Why did I not pop the D-Fissure? I could have popped the D-Fissure, but I don't really have, yeah, maybe I should have popped the D-Fissure. I don't know. But I don't really have anything in my hand that gets hurt by D-Fissure right now, and I have D-Prisons to protect me, and then also just getting the Gyzaris removed from the game is kind of nice. But yeah, this is tricky because he has D-Fissure up, but luckily it's not hurting me yet. I try to D-Prison. He has a Book of Moon. Okay. So far D-Fissure is still not hurting me. I D-Prison the Murmillo just to get out of the game, so now we have the Ready Ari and the Murmillo out of the game, which are two of the best targets in their deck. I'm Moray of Greed. Let's see what I draw here. I'm Moray of Greed again. And now I'm going to brain control, and I think I'm going to try to make a coelacanth play. I'm thinning the deck out a little bit, and I'm trying to make a coelacanth play. Luckily, he has nothing, and I get a big summon off of that. I didn't summon Swamp Eel, Royal Swamp Eel, because I took it out of the deck when I sided, so that's unfortunate. I can't really make a good synchro play right now, but I can just attack for a lot of damage and keep the Deep Sea King on the field in case he has Deep Prison. I can use his effect. So I'm just going to go in there for a lot of damage. He's going to Deep Prison one of the Oyster Meisters, and I could have made a oh, I can't really synchro. Oh, I don't want to synchro because of the defissure. So that's yeah. Okay. So he tried to shrink me, and I negated that because he didn't read Coelacanth's effect, I guess. But I'm in a pretty decent position right here. I mess up and I try to summon the Royal Swamp Eel out of my deck, but I forgot that I sided it out, so -1 for me. But I'm still in a decent position right here. Still my inner is pretty good. He attacks into it, and that's going to be game for him. Moving on to game 3, he gets kind of not the greatest hand. He's going first, but well, his hand's not bad actually, to be honest. He opens Defissure again. Once again, I attach with Mermaid Archer's effect to play around Bottomless, which he did have a Bottomless, so that works out for me. I had the Defissure, but like I don't really care about this Gremlin. You can bounce it back to my hand. I'm going to save it for a Glad instead. He Bottomlesses that. He gets the Glad, tries to attack with the Glad, and I banish the Glad. Feels good. And now I'm going to Swap Frog, get... it's going to get banished, so I'm just going to thin the deck out. But now I'm in a pretty good position because I have Battle Fader if I need it. A huge Heavy Storm, and I think he's just going to concede right here. Got rid of his Defissure and can get a Treeborn online, and then his Heavy Storm is completely dead. So, yeah, that's just going to be game from there probably. Plus, I already banished a couple of his Glads. He probably didn't need to surrender here. He could have seen how that would go through, because it would take me a few turns to kill him. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is the second iteration of my Diva Fish Frog deck. Still working on it, still working on the side. But thanks for watching.